Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're taking all the noise, the complex details, and the endless research, and we're boiling it down into a straight-up, no-nonsense blueprint just for you. So, we're talking about something that's been generating a massive amount of buzz lately. Yep, the Youth Leadership Certification in New Zealand for 2026. If you've been seeing this popping up everywhere on your feed and feeling, honestly, a bit overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the whole thing, well, take a breath because you are in exactly the right place. We're going to unpack the official framework from TRAVUL.org, cut straight through the anxiety, and give you the exact roadmap to make this happen. Let's get into it. Right out of the gate, I know there is a very real, very specific panic setting in for a lot of you. Thousands of ambitious young Nigerians, who, by the way, are the primary focus for this framework, are asking one frantic question. Wait, did I apply too late? Because when you see a deadline like the February 5th cutoff floating around, it's totally natural to feel that sudden rush of anxiety. You spot this incredible opportunity and your gut reaction is just, I completely missed the boat. That feeling? Completely valid. But as we'll see in just a moment, hitting that panic button right now is entirely premature. And then, cue the second intrusive thought. Even if the timing somehow works out, you look at the absolute scale of this thing. I mean, it's a global stage. The imposter syndrome hits hard, and you catch yourself wondering, how do I even stand a chance here? Competing globally for a life-changing scholarship in a place like New Zealand can feel incredibly daunting. It is so easy to just count yourself out before you even hit apply, assuming everybody else out there has some secret advantage or a superhuman resume that you just don't have. But wait, it gets heavier. Finally, we hit the ultimate boss-level fears. Let's just say, hypothetically, you actually do get selected. What then? Boom, you're immediately hit with these massive logistical hurdles. How on earth do you fund a trip halfway across the globe to Auckland, New Zealand? It's so far away that the flight costs can start looking like a literal phone number. Add to that the notoriously complex process of securing a New Zealand visa. For so many people, these financial and logistical barriers feel like an absolute brick wall. It's that nagging fear of the costs and the red tape killing the dream that literally stops brilliant young minds from even submitting an application. Okay. Let's dive into this, because right here is where the narrative completely flips. Look, it's so easy to look at all those intrusive fears, too far, too expensive, too fiercely competitive, and just cross yourself off the list. But we want to absolutely shatter those anxieties with some empowering reality. The folks at TRAVUL.org make it crystal clear. This is not just another impossible abroad opportunity. This specific program is uniquely, distinctly accessible. It's actively designed to be achievable, not just some frustrating pipe dream dangled in front of you to tease you.
So, Section 2. Stop worrying the facts. It's time to shift gears and look at the actual numbers. 20. Look at that number. This isn't some crazy lottery where one lucky winner is pulled out of millions. There are exactly 20 fully funded seats specifically carved out for ambitious youth. And when you realize there are 20 individual spots up for grabs, the math fundamentally changes. It proves that winning a spot isn't just a fantasy. It is a very tangible, statistical possibility for you, if you prepare correctly and take the process seriously. Let's break down the 4 massive game changers here. Number 1, no IELTS or TOEFL required. Let's all just take a massive collective sigh of relief on that one, right? You really just need strong conversational English and a ton of passion, which completely removes a huge, expensive headache for so many applicants. Number 2, as we just talked about, those 20 fully funded youth seats. Number 3, addressing that boss-level visa fear. The organizers actually provide a personalized, official invitation letter specifically tailored to support your visa application. And number 4, TRAVUL.org's proven track record. They've got the established systems that have already helped hundreds of people turn the word impossible into actual boarding passes. You are absolutely not flying blind here. Section 3, inside the leadership certification. Let's move to the curriculum and see how this builds into something incredible once you arrive in Auckland. The curriculum here is honestly fascinating, mostly because of how it pairs high-level theory with immediate real-world action. You are not going to be sitting in a stuffy lecture hall memorizing outdated management theories. No way. You're going to be mastering cutting-edge concepts, things like adaptive leadership in the age of AI, entrepreneurial thinking, and strategic communication. But the real magic? That happens in how it's taught. Everything is driven by practical application through intense real-world simulations, deep-dive case studies, and dynamic group challenges. It is an active, modern, highly relevant learning experience engineered for today's hyper-connected world.
Now, you might still be sitting there thinking, okay, but am I actually the right fit? Well, if you're 18 and older, this is absolutely for you. It's built for students, young professionals, entrepreneurs, tech enthusiasts, you name it. But the absolute most crucial takeaway here, you do not need a fancy degree to qualify. A raw, authentic hunger to grow globally matters way more to the selection committee than whatever letters you happen to have after your name. It's built from the ground up for the passionate and the driven. Which brings us to our next section, why this changes everything. This isn't just a 5-day trip, folks. Now, what's really interesting about this number here is that you aren't just learning from incredibly smart instructors. You are actively building a network with dynamic young leaders from over 45 different countries. Just imagine the diverse perspectives, the future business collaborations, and the massive global Rolodex you're building simply by standing in that room in Auckland. The connections you make over these few days literally become a priceless, lifelong asset. And those compounding lifelong returns, they just keep going. This certification strategically positions you for the future in so many amazing ways. It seriously boosts your CV, making you instantly stand out in hyper-competitive job markets. It acts as a powerful stepping stone, basically unlocking doors to future global scholarships and fellowships. And crucially, having this specific New Zealand certification on your record dramatically improves your chances for future global visas. Ultimately, it creates real, tangible pathways for international job and relocation opportunities down the road. It's a total game changer. It ultimately boils down to this really powerful idea from the source material. It's proof to yourself and the world that Nigerian youth belong on the global stage. I absolutely love that. Beyond the elite networking, the massive CV boosts, and the fully funded flights, this entire experience is really about representation. It's about validation. It's about stepping up, taking your rightful place in the global conversation, and definitively proving that your talent, your drive, and your ambition recognize absolutely no geographic boundaries. Finally, your next steps with travel. So the crucial point is, you have all this information. Now, what do you actually do with it? Here is your highly actionable, step-by-step roadmap so you aren't figuring this out all by yourself. Step 1. Go visit TRAVUL.org to get familiar with their resources and fully understand the landscape. Step 2. Please don't guess your way through this. Book a specific consultation right now by going to TRAVUL.org/TC1. And Step 3. Do not try to do this in isolation. Join their active, supportive community over at TRAVUL.org/TWG. By hitting these 3 steps, you're tapping into an already existing framework designed to help you prepare flawlessly, whether you're rushing for the current deadline or just positioning yourself perfectly for the next cycle. Which leaves us with one final, very important question. Will this be your year in New Zealand? Look, you've seen the facts. You've seen that the barriers are significantly lower than you originally thought, and you've seen the massive long-term benefits waiting for you on the other side. The tools, the community, and the blueprint are literally right there in front of you. So, drop the worry, take immediate action, and start preparing to win. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and we'll see you next time.